Hello everyone and welcome to the One Stop Co-op Shop. We have just completed Act 1 of Runebound, the 3rd edition with the Unbreakable Bond expansion. Let's move on to Act 2. At the end of Act 1, place one web in each city. Players must destroy, and we're 2 players minus 1, so 1 web in a city to spawn Queen Ariad and a web in Borough Town. Webs in cities can be removed by defeating an avatar of Ariad. A hero in a city with a web may spend 1 action to flip this sheet and engage an avatar of Ariad in combat. A hero in a hex with Queen Ariad may also flip this sheet and engage her in combat. Well, there's a total of 1 and 2, the one that we're on, which is awesome, and 3 and 4 cities. We have to eliminate one of those, and then the queen will show up. We also will flip the time token to the back side to show 2 and place it at the top of the board. I don't know if I showed you guys this card. This is the back side. So the Queen of Ariad is going to have 18 health. Whew! And she is at the end of each round. If there's a web in her hex, she's going to heal for 2. And then she's going to move to the next closest web token. And so then you have to re-engage her. So because of that, we need to get rid of a bunch of these webs. So the party was working great. I think we're going to have to split up. Tatiana will go this way, and Jonas will go this way, and we'll meet up there. But first, I think we're going to try and take out an avatar of Ariad. Tatiana is going to spend 1 action to rest, because she is in a city still, and she can heal to full. Then action 2 is we're going to attack the avatar of Ariad. If you look here, the avatar of Ariad has 11 health. She has the ability that at the beginning of this combat, explore this hex. If you do not get a wild, you take 2 damage. She is a mystic, and she has pretty terrible abilities here. 2 surges, deal 1 damage for each web. A maximum of 5. I think that's going to be a straight 5 points of damage because we have more than 5 webs out. So I think that's what that means. It's not like a web in a hex, so you can have multiple webs in a hex. And then here, this one, you spend 1 surge, and your foe must remove 2 of his or her combat tokens. The first thing that happens is Tatiana has whenever you engage a foe, deal 1 damage. So this avatar already takes 1 hit. But now we're going to have to do an explore, and if we don't get a wild, we take 2 damage. But that's the whole reason I'm having Tatiana do this. She gets to roll 4 dice. Let's see if she can do it. Yeah, 2 wilds, no damage. So we have our 5 that we'll put in the cup, but then we also have the specific mystic tokens, and now, because we're in Act 2, we have to also throw this token in there. So this is going to be interesting. They have 6 tokens. All right, let's see. And I got to do this one again. Well, it looks like the avatar gets to go first. They've got 2 initiative. We have 1. So spend this token, flip a blank. There's a 1. Otherwise, force your foe to recast her highest value token. And that's going to be this 2 attack. Bummer. We're hoping to still get lucky. Yes! So I think the first thing we're going to do is we're going to spend this surge and do our crack shot. Deal physical damage for each of your unspent damage tokens. 1, 2, 3. There's 3 of them. We just hit her for 3. She has 4 damage. Yeah. Okay. Next, she's going to use this, and she's going to make us get rid of 2 of our tokens. So probably this one, and I don't know, a doubler or just a single. If I double 2, it's like the same as getting rid of so I'll just get rid of one of these. Cool. Don't forget, we still have coordinated attack, so we're going to ask Jonas if we can put this token into the mix. So he's going to cast this 1 token. Come on, 2 damage. Yeah! This actually means we did the right thing getting rid of the doubler, because we could have doubled this for 4. That way we can't do that. So I think the avatar did the right thing. So, but now we're going to copy, and we're going to copy the highest damage. We'll first copy a shield, but there's no shield at all. So it's going to copy the highest damage. So that's going to do 2 hits to Tatiana. Then Tatiana is going to use a charge and do 2 hits to the avatar. So the avatar has now taken 5, almost half health. But then 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 damage to Tatiana. Oh my gosh. That means she only has 2 health left. Oh, this is going to be hard. But then we've got 2 damage left. So that puts her over here at 7. Actually, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I can count. That means we just need to be able to do 3 points of damage to defeat her. Let's start the next round of combat. We have a total of 1 initiative. The Mystic has 2, so she'll go first. She'll use this to flip this to a copy. Then what we're going to do is we're going to finish her off. We're going to spend 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 straight points of damage. She'll use a shield and a copy. So that's 3 points of damage to hit her, but that's just enough. 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, talk about a nice quick battle. I like it. This was action 2 for Tatiana. So for action 3, I think we might just heal. I think we're just going to heal. So we're going to heal up, and we should be good to go. But now we also are going to have to spawn the queen. That's going to place the queen way up here in Burrow Tower. So we have a ways to go. We're at the bottom of the map, and that's way at the top. So I can't really believe we're doing this, but I think it makes sense. We're going to have Jonas come over here and do another combat fight, simply because he wants to get enough trophies so that he can put this feral strength down. First, we're going to have to roll to see if we can actually get there. Oh, that'll work. We'll go 1, 2, and get to this token, and then we'll spend our second and third action to reveal it and draw another combat card. Well, we've seen this enemy before, the Etten, but this time he's going to be slightly more powerful, and he has 7 health. We gain 3 money if we beat him. Let's do it. Don't forget, the warrior has no additional effect, but we're using that 1 additional token. And Jonas already has 2 points of damage, so I might be doing this preemptively. But let's see. Okay, this is kind of a weird situation, I think, based on how I'm reading this. So he has 2 for initiative, we have 1, plus we have our basic initiative with the aggressive, so we actually get to go first. Use this copy token and copy this token right here. So, and that's not a copy, that's a double. So that's going to be 4 charge, which is awesome. He's then going to use this, and he should double his first lightning bolt, or his first surge. So I think what we can actually do is do something like this, and we have 2 at 2. It just seems kind of crazy to me, but I think that's how I'm reading that right. Because then what we can do is cast this to do 4 points of damage to him. And that's going to hit him hard, which is pretty good. But then he is going to cast 2 of these to deal 2 damage that's not blockable to us. So we'll drop that 2 damage right here, and then that ends the combat round. I think I did that right. It's a little weird, but let's start the next round. I feel like the flowcharts are pretty good, but still leave some questions, and so I don't know if I'm doing them right. Just let me know, and I apologize if I'm doing them wrong. I'm trying to do it the best I can. Okay, this extra initiative is amazing, because right now, technically, he should go first. He has 3, we have 2, but we're aggressive, so we get an additional 1, so it's 3 for 3. First thing we're going to do is we're going to double this charge, so that's going to be 4 points of damage we're going to be able to do. He will double his highest attack here, and don't forget, if he did attack, 1, 2, 3, 4, he'd do 4 points of damage right there, which would almost kill us. But we have 4 damage we can do right here. Can't block it with this because it's a charge. And that Etten is done. So we'll gain $3 and another combat trophy. Just need 1 more trophy. Let's move to the next round. And we'll draw our next story card. And we have Entangled. You are caught off guard as an enormous spider shoots its vile web, trying to capture you for its dinner. In turn order, each hero not in a city must test, and oh wait, actually Tatiana is in a city, so she doesn't have to do that. So it's only going to be Jonas, but he's going to have to test his strength to escape the webs. If he fails, we'll place 1 web in his spot. Otherwise, the hero gains 1 trophy of his choice. So don't forget, his strength is 2. So let's grab 2 cards, and yep, heck yeah. We have a success. That means we do not need to worry about placing a web. And we get any trophy of our choice, and I think we'll just grab an exploration trophy. So I think our plan is we're going to try and get over here to Donsmore for Tatiana and take out this web. And then we're going to march up and take out a couple more webs over here. So hopefully the only webs left are the ones that's close to the Barrow's lair over there. I'm having her do the long trek because she can move a lot easier than Jonas with her 4 movement dice. Okay, that'll work. So we can go 1, 2, 3. Let's just follow the road. 3, 4. So we're going to go to right here. And remember, we can use any die side to do the road movement. Let's do another one. Rolling 4 dice. Okay, it's still not bad. Let's go 1, 2, and oh, yeah, that's still the road. And then 3, because I'm going to go off the road but back through the marshes, or through the meadows. So 1, 2, 3, 4, jumped off the road a little bit. Okay, final action. Let's get ourselves over to Donsmore. But we're going to need a wild or we're going to have to exert. Let's roll them up. Oh, we don't have a wild. Well, I guess we're just going to do an exertion. So we'll go 1, 2, so we're still on the road, and then 3, and we'll exert this Sensei weakness and discard that so that we can still move into this location. And next round, we can have a battle with an avatar again to see if we can get rid of that web. To start Jonas's turn, we're going to put down Feral Strength. That costs 3 trophies. We have our 3 trophies here. We're not nearly as quick as Tatiana, so our goal is to get over to this one in the Shrine of Eris and try and get rid of that for that web. So first we might stop in Riverwatch though to heal. We're rolling 3 dice for movement. Oh, that'll work. We'll go 1, 2, and then the question is, do we keep moving? I think we've got to stop in Riverwatch. So we're going to stop here, and we're going to spend our second action to heal in full because we have 4 points of damage. So let's heal that up. And then our third action is I think we're going to go shopping. Here are our 3 options. We'll draw another. Ooh. Armament. You can trade this to get 5 money. Oh, let me think about this. I'm just not sure it's worth it. I think I'm going to do this one, which gives us +1s during tests, and we don't have any equipment. So I have a 3, I'll get 1 back, and we're going to get this Alchemist Belt. Jonas is also going to return the favor, and he's going to send $1 over to Tatiana. That way Tatiana, when she's in that city, can buy something. And we move ever closer to the end of the game. And we haven't even gotten close to where the spider is. Tatiana's going to do 2 actions in Donsmore before trying to get rid of that web. And I believe she can do this. I don't see anything in the rules saying that she can't. So she's going to go and shop even though there's a web in this city. Here's Donsmore's available assets. We'll draw 1 and we have, okay, the Farmer's Cart. Nah. We're going to do the Pendant of Vigor. That's the Pendant of Vigor. Costs 5. We're able to get that thanks to Jonas sending that extra $1. That was so nice. I just love how this game has co-op. It's working. So we're going to grab this. It's an equipment. We don't have any equipment, so we can do that. And we're going to grab another token for battle. This pendant will give her 1 agility, which I think is her first agility, and another surge that she could use during battle. Our second action will be to train. So we're going to grab these 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh. Okay. Not really that useful. Blessed weapon, nah, and I'll keep these 4. And I kind of want to put down this divine missile. Deal 1. Oh, that's magic. I don't know, but still, not bad. We have these 4 available to us, and now let's go and fight that avatar. The first thing that happens in battle, we get to use our marksmanship and do 1 point of damage. All right, 1 down, 10 to go. So we'll grab all of our tokens, and we've got all the purple tokens, including that additional hard one. And we'll give them a shake. Come on, we need something good. And this one's got to be recast. Looks like we're going to be going first. We have 1 gold one. The avatar has none. So now it's the question of what do we want to do? This is not looking good, you guys. This might really hurt. So I think what I'm going to do is use this for my crack shot to deal 1 point of damage. She's going to block with her shield. Then she's going to double her first one of her surges. She doesn't have any. Otherwise, her highest attack, that's going to be 4, 5, 6 points of damage coming our way. Ow. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this token to copy our physical damage. We're going to do 2, another point of damage to her. She's going to do 6 points of damage to us, and we only have 2 health left. Ow. And then we're going to do another point of damage with this physical damage, and that's 3. But this is looking grim. Okay, starting our next round. Well, she's going to go first. She's got 2 gold tokens. We don't have any. She is going to do this, which says flip blank. She doesn't have any blanks. Otherwise, force your foe to recast his or her highest value token. And that's going to be this one. So let's flick it and see what we get. Oh, yes. We still have it. I don't know if it's going to matter. What we're going to do next, we're going to use our crack shot. I think that's going to be a good idea, and that's going to be 2 points of damage. Hits her to 5. Okay, she's got 5 damage on her. She's then going to double this. This is going to come here because she doubles her surge. And that's going to be all she wrote for us, I think, because we could copy this to do 2 points of damage. That puts her at 7, but then she's going to deal 5 damage to us because this deals damage for each web, a maximum of 5. And I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 webs out. So yeah, totally hits us. We're totally exhausted, and next round we're going to have to just rest before attacking her again. Bummer. We might have to find a way to come together to get rid of those webs in the city. It's not going to be easy. But I think first, let's try and take care of this Shrine of Aris. So we're going to try and do a movement action. Let's see what we can get. Jonas gets to roll 3 dice. We're really hoping for some wilds here. And no wilds. Okay. We're going to use these 2 dice to go here, and we're going to exert and discard meditation that's in our hand so that we can use the normal die here. Now, we can't go over this river without a water die because technically there's a river here that we have to go through. But for action 2, what we can do is simply move into this hex. That works. Then action 3, we're going to remove this web. And don't forget, whenever we remove a web, we get to grab a social trophy and heal by 2. Well, he's already healed to full, but a trophy I'm not going to complain about. And we move ever closer to the end game. So here's the thing for Tatiana. She is in a city, so she's going to take an action and heal. Okay, so she's totally healed. She's rested. She's set to go. That fight left a bad taste in my mouth. We're going to try it again because if we could at least just do Tamilar together, but we didn't have to do Donsmore together, that would be great because Donsmore is so out of the way and we just don't have enough time. So she just needs to beat this avatar. Let's try it again. First things that happens with engaging combat, the avatar takes 1 damage thanks to our marksmanship. Okay, you guys, we need some luck here. I might be stretching her a little bit. Let's see. So it looks like the avatar will be going first with 2 gold. She is going to flip this over to here so she can copy some defense if need be. We're going to use our copy here to copy our 2 points of damage. And so that'll hit, and the avatar will have to use both of these to block both damage. Then the avatar is going to use this to make us remove 2 of our tokens. So we'll remove this token and this token. Then what we'll do is we will stack these 2 on top for being able to do 4 points of damage. And the avatar will do 3 points of damage to us. But we'll do 4 points of damage to the avatar, which puts us at 5. So we only need to hit for 6 more. Ooh. Okay. Let's try the next round. And let's see what we get. Although we cast terribly here, I think I have a plan and this might work. We're going to use this surge to do the crack shot, deal 1 point of damage. That's going to take out this shield. Then the avatar is going to use her surge to make us remove 2 tokens. Then what we're going to do is we're going to use our surge here and use the ability over here, Relentless. Recast 1 of your spent tokens. And we're going to cast this one that potentially could do a lot of damage. Come on. And we get, yes, 2. Oh yeah. Okay, so after doing that, this is taking a risk. 2, 3, 4 points of damage. 4 plus 3 is 7. So we are literally 1 health away from dying. But what we can do is copy this 2 points of damage. So that's going to go to 7. Then do the 2 points of damage. That's going to be 9, and then one more. That's going to be 10. We just need to do one more point of damage. Whoever does one more point of damage wins this battle. I love it. This should be the last round. Well, the Avatar definitely goes first. She's going to activate her agility here and make us re-flip this combat token. If we can get the two acts, we win this battle because this will block 1 and we'll do the last point of damage. Let's do it. Yeah! 2. Awesome. Our turn, 2 points of damage, just enough. She blocks 1. Boom! This web is no more. Well, I honestly can't tell you how satisfying it was to get revenge on that Queen's Avatar. Okay, so we've got one more action left because we used 1 to rest, 1 to do the combat. So I think we are going to move because we're planning on going to one other city. So why waste healing here when we rest again? We can rest at a different one. So I think I'm going to try and move and get close to this one to get rid of this web. The only bad part about doing it this way is we're not getting trophies. But I don't know if we're going to get many more trophies at this point. That roll was not too shabby at all. Here we are, so we can use these for the road. So 1, 2, then a wild for here, and then we'll have to exert discard intimidating so that we can get onto this spot for action 3, and next round we can eliminate another web. Yeah. I think our plan for Jonas is to come over here and meet Tatiana and Tamalier. So I think we're just going to do a ton of movement. We only get to roll 3 dice though, so let's see what we get. Well, this kind of works. We're going to move into Manera's Teeth, 1, 2, 3, and then that way if we roll Mountain, we can use Mountain, and if we use Meadow, we can get Meadow. The only one that really won't work is Forest. Here's action 2. Let's get our butts moving. I like that roll. 1, 2, 3. We're right over here. Where are we at? We're at the South Red Bridge. Oh, nice. We have a bridge. Okay, that's 2 actions. 1 more. Let's see if we can get in here. Final movement roll. Oh, yeah. 2 of those will be just perfect. 1, 2, and we'll go into Tamalier. Moving down the time, and now we get to have another story card. And this one reads, 1 good turn. The bandits are willing to help you deal with the spider invasion, as long as you are willing to help them first. We have another story quest. Place 1 web. Oh no! Just got rid of all these webs. Place 1 web in Outlaw Glade. When a hero attempts to destroy the web in Outlaw Glade, the hero also tests their spirit. Actually, that's mind. Sorry. If unsuccessful, the web is not destroyed and the hero loses 1 gold. When a hero destroys the web in Outlaw Glade, the hero keeps this card. As a combat action, the hero can discard this card while fighting a spider enemy to deal 3 physical damage. That's totally amazing. Outlaw Glade isn't too much out of the way, so we'll just put this here, and then that's where we're going to be going soon. For our first action, pretty obvious, getting rid of this web, we get 1 social trophy, yeah, and heal by 2. We now only have 5 damage instead of 7. Action 2 is going to be, we're going to try and get into Tamalier. Let's see, we get to roll 4 dice. Well, that wasn't the greatest roll in the world, but we'll go like this. 1, 2, and we will have to exert to do that, and then use any die to move into here, but once again, we'll have to exert again to get into there, but now we're in Tamalier. That was action 2, and then action 3 is we're just going to heal ourselves to full. And you better believe you know what Jonas is going to do. We're going to fight the Avatar with the awesome help of Tatiana. Of course, I do need to be smart about this, so I'm gonna first do a train action, and I can grab 3 more skill cards. I don't need this Well of Power, so these 3 are available to us to discard to use our ability at least once per round. Now we're gonna go and fight that Avatar. Now remember, we have +1 initiative, and we have additional strength, so if we decide to use our thrust ability over here, which lets us deal physical damage equal to your strength, our strength is 4. So we've got lots of ways to deal some damage. Let's give them a roll. So we certainly have the initiative here. We have 3 + 1, 4 gold versus the 2. So now it's the question of what do we want to do first? I think the first thing we're going to do is we're going to use our agility token to make him recast this copy. Of course, it'd be nice if I actually flicked it on the table. There we go. Awesome. So I did that because now he's going to have to use, or she's going to have to use this agility to flip it back to becoming a copy again. But basically just wasted her action, and now we don't have to worry about our tokens being flipped. So then what we're going to do is we're going to spend this surge, and we're going to do a thrust. Deal damage, physical damage, equal to your strength. And that is 4. This is going to block, and this is going to block. So she's going to take 2 points of damage. Then what we're going to do, oh no, she goes next, 2, 3, 4. She does 4 points of damage to us. Ow. But then she is all spent. So we're going to have a little fun here. We're going to do 2 damage plus 2 more. That's 4 more damage. 3 plus 1. And then we're going to do a combat action to cast our Tatiana's token here. Come on, I need to flip it on there. Yeah, 2. That hits another 2 points of damage. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Only 3 health left. All right, we got this. We need to be able to do 3 more points of damage. Wow, she's bottom loaded this time. Well, I think the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to do the thrust again. So we're going to spend one of these, do 4 points of damage. That's going to use up both of these, and she takes 2 points, so she's 1 away from death. And she, I'm sorry you guys, I put this here. She is nearly going to kill me. 2, 3, 4, 5. Minus this is 4. So we take 4 points of damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that puts us 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have a total of 10 health. But all we need is 1 more point of damage. Boom. See ya. That was action 2. So then we can remove this web. And then action 3 is we're just going to heal to full, and we're going to end the round. There are now only 6 webs on the board, which I'm quite impressed with. But we are going to move to the next round, and we would technically refresh all of the adventure gems, but we haven't even touched any yet. So we'll just start our next round. Tatiana sees this in her sights, this cursed ruins. We need to get there and remove that web. Rolling 4 dice, let's see what we can do. That will do it. We'll have to exert once. We're getting rid of this dual wield, which is kind of a bummer. But we're going to be able to bring both of us over to here for action 1. And then action 2 is to get rid of that web, but that is a specific web. Remember this spawned of curses? We actually have to find a Bane spider and fight it. Here we have the Bane spider. Savage, and at the start of each combat, or just not each, but just the start of combat, this enemy foe takes 1 damage. And if they get 1 surge until the end of the combat round, treat your regular damage as if it was charge damage.